Tickets are available from Hochanda in advance for only £4, or alternatively on the door for £5. So what are you waiting for? Go to hochanda.com and order your tickets today.
Wakey wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to Good Morning Hochanda, your daily breakfast fix of your favourite crafts at 7 a.m. Whilst you're getting ready to start the day, join us every morning for the deal of the day. A product available at a special price but only for 24 hours or while stocks last. Part of your morning routine should also be the sunrise specials. Your favourite crafting items available at a special low price but only for the hour. Tune in to Good Morning Hochanda and start your day with a deal.
Hochanda will be supporting Stamporama, an incredible art, stamp and papercraft show. We'd like to invite you to come along and meet us on Sunday the 11th of August. Set in the Stevenage Arts and Leisure Centre, Stamporama brings together the UK's most dedicated and gifted craft experts, all available to inspire you with their knowledge and expertise. Tickets are available from Hochanda in advance for only £2.50 or alternatively on the door for £3. So what are you waiting for? Treat yourself to a fantastic crafty day out. Order your tickets today from hochanda.com.
Hello and a very, very good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. Great to see you. My name's Matt. We're going to be here for Good Morning Hochanda. Thank you so much, Penny. Thanks for taking me. So it's all about not using too much breath on the good and then having something left over for the morning Hochanda. Thank you, Ben, floor manager Ben, for getting me out of that one. I'm wearing the apron. He's wearing the apron. Can we go? Security, go, go, go. We've got the aprons and they are $19.99 plus delivery to get yourself your apron. It is a fully embroidered Hochanda logo. Nothing wrong with a transfer or something, but the fact that it is part of the embroidery, it's part of the lovely fair trade 100% cotton, and it is available to you right now on Hochanda. Order now on the website or on the phone. The mugs are also in stock. I really hope, because they were very, very busy yesterday, so I hope we've got some left. But the mugs are available just there with the Good Morning Hochanda logo, and it's basically just a paint splat with the words Good Morning Hochanda written on. And if you're wondering what's on the other side, this is a big one, big reveal. Ready? It's basically the same thing. So there you go. You have the Good Morning Hochanda logo on there. These are now legendary status. So hopefully you've got your mug already on its way to you. It's $6.99 plus delivery, or just $6.99 including delivery when you order as a Hochanda Freedom member. Sorry, you've got to say it like that. Sometimes. Sort of a mixture between the man with the blue face on Braveheart, otherwise known as Mel Gibson, and, of course, the late, great George Michael. So we have a lot coming up this morning. We should bring the guitar in one day, shouldn't we? We should actually do that, because I used to knock around a little bit on the guitar, so we could bring in the acoustic, you know, free love on a free love freeway. We could do a little bit of that in the morning, couldn't we? Maybe. So Anna's our producer next door. We've got Emily, our director, and Ben, our lovely floor manager behind the scenes. Taz is. I just know him as the man that shouts, but he works in tech, and he's the one that gives me in my microphone. He's like, get in here, you need your microphone on. You gonna, it's just like a rah. Anyway, he's very nice. He's nice. So, yeah, we've got our wonderful deal of the day on right now for you to get hold of. When we have a deal of the day on Good Morning Hochanda, it is available for only one day. It's the deal of the day, really, as opposed to deal of the hour or deal of the weekend. It's a day deal until 7 a.m. tomorrow. We have for you the Sidekick. As you can see from the Perfect Sizzix branding there, the Sidekick, it comes with all manner of goodies. But first of all, should we wind it back to page 1? What on earth is a Sidekick? What is it? I mean, those that are in the crafting business, you know, you'll know. You know, if you're a crafter, you'll know it sort of resembles a die cutting and embossing machine, albeit on a smaller scale. And you'd be exactly right. However, if you're new to this channel, you'd be thinking literally, okay, what can I do with that? Well, it's the coolest little thing. This is a real freedom giver. When you start crafting, well, when did you start crafting and how did you start crafting? Was it a pack of fabric, a pack of card, maybe a few cards that you can make from one kit? Well, this is the little beauty that will allow you to die cut, so cut out shapes from card and paper using these little dies down here that come with the machine, so you can cut out little heart shapes. You've got a circle, you've got a decorative swirl on there as well, you've got a little heart tag that you could potentially stamp onto. Talking of stamps, you've got your stamps here as well, so clear stamps that you'll be able to ink up and stamp onto stamping card and get a good result from, and colour in potentially. And you can make tags, cards, place settings. You can start crafting yourself with this now. You're not beholden to whatever you got given in your card making kit. You are now the die cutter, you are now the embosser, and you are now in control of what you're crafting with. Just, you know, for goodness sake, don't put your fingers in it, please. There you go. That's the warning out of the way. That's our warning. That's my warning, really, isn't it? Yeah. So seriously, though, there is pressure in there, and it uses these plates here. You've got your cutting plates, and you've even got your embossing plate already included. So if you're using your embossing folders, which yes are also included, you've got your embossing sandwich and also your cutting sandwich for this. You've got your floral embellishment there, you've got your happy birthday there as well. Once they're embossed onto card, you can sand them back, you can ink over them, you can do a sort of letterpress technique with them as well, which makes them look like they've been stamped. So for example, and I know you know all this, but just in case anyone's new to all this, it's really cool. You can put ink inside that, put your card in there, pop it through, you'd pop it through with your embossing plate, so you'd pop it in there like that, in that sandwich, and then through it goes, and you'd use that one to cut as well. And I only know this from listening to all our lovely guests in the last few years. I would never have known. That's the reason why I'm sort of going back to page 1 on this, because, you know, I wouldn't have known what one of these was back in 2014-ish, you know. So yeah, we'll start at the very beginning for you. So yeah, and I do listen as well. I do listen to the guests. I don't just drift off and start thinking about food. No, not at all. And it depends what time of day it is. And then you've got your pack of card as well. So you've got something to start with. Adhesive sheets. Apologies. On this, you've got your 10 of those there for you. And you've got your 5-metre roll of foam tape. And now you know what the word roll is in a few different languages as well. Rollo. Oh, it's a rollo? Yeah, it's a rollo, yeah. So if you're on the streets of Greece and you want to buy a foam roll, or you happen to be next to one of the monuments in Rome, and you're thinking, oh, that could be a perfect moment to buy a foam roll. Now you know, when you can walk into the shop and you can do it. I don't know how that one's pronounced, so we'll just move on. So that one is your amazing Sidekick. Why is it called a Sidekick as well? Well, you know, you've got your main die cutting machine, you've got your main Big Shot or Big Shot Plus or other die cutting machine, and this is your Sidekick to keep with you to hand. It does have a suction capability as well. So if you've got two of them, you could walk up a skyscraper potentially. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. And then the man on the TV said I could. And then you've got that suction there. You sort of put it in and take away the air. So we'll do that. We'll reenact that. So you push it down on a flat. I'll push it here. Actually, we'll put it in the middle. I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll put the mug there. Oh no, he's doing it. We'll put it in the middle-ish. So you place it on there, you push down, and you go like that. And now you've taken the air out. And now what physics teachers will tell you is all of the air pressure outside is attempting to fill that vacuum. So we've got a greater gravitational pull on the Sizzix Sidekick. So we're going to use it like a handle, and we're going to attempt to lift up. I won't break the mug, because that's worth £6.99. And then we can lift up small items of furniture, given that it has that level of suction with it. If you swing that towards a small building made out of Lego, you'd potentially demolish that building, given the pressure. Other plastic bricks are available, but their PR departments aren't as good, so their names don't come to mind so quickly. So let's undo that and open that off. It's left a slight mark on the table, but you can't see it. That's just don't worry, it's not mine. So it's a rental. You've got your adhesive sheets, you've got your plates as well, you've got your embossing folders, you've got your stamps, you've got your die cuts, and you're getting your all-important Sidekick, all for £52.97 on a normal day. But this is not a normal day. This is Saturday, the 11th of May, and that means this is your deal of the day that is giving you an amazing saving. You see it on screen of £16 off. It's 9 minutes past 7 at the moment. This only launched 9 minutes ago, so the early bird catches the deal, as they say, I guess. So get involved, get your deal of the day, and grab it right now. Your item number is 467321. To order now, it is your best value bundle. Those that shop ahead on the web might spy another Sidekick available with the Sizzix and Tim Holtz branding. We'll see that in a minute. But in terms of the value and this bundle, this is your best offer at the moment. It's available now at £36.97. It's all part of Good Morning Hochanda, and we'll see our sunrise specials in a little bit as well. So double check on the website for everything. So I was just rearranging everything on my table. Just have a look at hochanda.com for everything. The mug. The mug is £6.99, and you can get hold of your own Hochanda Good Morning Hochanda mug for that price when you order on the web or the phone. If you've seen me or TV's Dave Bradford or Charlie or Hayley or any of our other lovely presenters, including Yanis, you've got your amazing mug here to enjoy your hot drinks in. 325-844 is your item number. What would you have in your mug? If you could dream of anything, what would you say? Well, it's going to be there throughout our show today, and we've also got our sunrise specials on the way. Oh, sorry about that. Hang on a minute. There we go. So now I'll do this. Just when we lined everything up this morning, I was sort of doing this because I was quite tired, and we were sort of lining up all the shots, and now I'm a bit more wide awake. So it's, all the settings are off. It's my fault. Right. So you've got your website live now. Hochanda.com, and if you did shop ahead with your deal of the day, you might have spied this as an alternative. So it's another option, basically, slightly different price. We're saving £12 here, excuse me, on this particular deal. And you've got your incredible Sidekick with the Sizzix, but also the Tim Holtz branding here. You've got slightly different dies as well. So you've got your tag with numbers, always useful having a number set. And then you've got your embossing folder to emboss your your actual tag shapes. I couldn't think there for a minute. There, and then you can be stamping that outline and making your own sort of decorative frames and elements and tags. Just there, and you can make your tag with that. But then you've got your American flag as well, your stars and stripes here. If you wanted to do that, obviously you'd need to be stamping 50 of those for the 50 states, or 51 states if you include the movie 51st State, which is quite good actually. That was Samuel L. Jackson. And you've got the pointy hand there as well as your number. So that's an extra set of stamps with your excuse me, with your cutting plates and embossing plate here. That is going to give you the complete package. So basically it's another option. We've got two sidekicks on today. It's kind of like having two deals of the day, except this is only a deal of an hour. So it is live now from 7 until 8. These sunrise specials, very important. This is so important actually. I don't want to just bury it in the middle of a sentence because I know I get like a really importantly, these sunrise specials are only valid at this price, with this saving and all the other savings, for this hour. So only for this hour are they coming up between now and 8 a.m. So grab hold of it now. You've got your Tim Holtz sidekick there, all the plates that you're going to need, an embossing folder, stamps and dies, plus your full instructions as well. 164 852. Sorry, I was slipping into a bit of Tim Holtz there. 852. So go for any deal. On the website, Hochanda.com, or phone through. Our other offer here is with Joy Crafts, and you've got your 3 clear stamps now from Joy Crafts, including all of your hobbies, including the Wild West, the Wild Wild West, the Wicked Wicked Wild Wild West. Sorry, I slipped into a bit of Will Smith there as well. But yeah, how would we get on in the wild? I wouldn't get on very well there at all, I think. No, I wouldn't. I'd run. It'd be too wild for me, I think. I'd get on with the barbecue. So everything's like, I know my one connection with the Wild West is that you get barbecue sauce on everything. I'd like that bit of it, but other than that, I think it's a bit lawless for me. So you're at £13.10 off with our lovely stamps here, and they are representative of something a bit different. I'm thinking about my stamp collection at home. Now, I haven't got Wild Westy stamps already, but also these are covering other hobbies as well. So yeah, we've got things like our fishing represented here with your fishing rod, your big fishing wellies as well. You need a pair of wellies to get in there and get your fish. And then on our other stamp sets here, you've got more details of building your hobbies and things. This is your sport horses. It's going to go well with your Wild West set as well as your horse shoes there. And your, what are they? The big boots as well. They look. Not stirrup, that's the things that you put your boots into, but you've got your, yeah. We'll find out. We'll ask our important information department. Gaiters, yeah, maybe gaiters, yeah, it might be an idea. And we've got the saloon, which is Wild West for pub. You've got the word Wild West, and then you've got your different images there that would go hand in hand with your Wild West. So making little cards for boys, girls, younger people in the family maybe that are maybe interested in that sort of dress up, make believe. Certain cowboys that are stars of films, where toys come to life, that kind of thing. Approaching 10% of the stock is gone, with people shopping ahead and grabbing it right now. So congratulations if you've got them already. That's $9.99. We're looking at extended delivery on that, so bear that in mind. It's an 8-day extended delivery, I believe, coming from the Netherlands, if I'm correct in remembering that. Yeah, 178396 for your Joy Crafts stamps right there. Then we've got our card pack. This is like a staple, isn't it? An absolute staple, where you're getting your stamping card, but also it's like a pearlescent finish. So always feel free to stamp on it. It's ice gold. Liking that. But yeah, let me show you what we mean by that. With your saving more than you're spending here. So you've got your shimmer of the surface steak. Can you see the gold shimmer of the metallic shimmer there? It's very pretty. 270 330 to order now. It's working out at 14p a sheet. Will it take your inks? Yes, it will. Here's some proof, and you can sort of blend with your dry brushing as well. Maybe, excuse me, try getting your gilding waxes on there too, but also stamping onto it and printing onto it. Let's not forget that if you want to print off card blanks or anything like that, or inserts, this is perfect with the gold hint. It's going to give you quite a luxurious finish. So with a CD-ROM, you could be printing off imagery straight onto that, onto your card. Now, we had a pack of envelopes yesterday. Oh, as well, by the way, saving more than you're spending there, $15.60, and it's just $14.40 to get hold of the card pack there. Yesterday we had a pack of envelopes before, and there were different colours and different sizes. These are your classics now, but you've got your cards that go with them. So they've already been started, and you've got things like Happy Birthday on there. So I'll just shuffle around so I can see them with you. You've got your Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas, and also any other sort of important dates that are recognised. Now, you could use those and add your own sentiment and design, doodles and stamps, or you could cover them up maybe even. You could mat and layer over that Happy Birthday and make it into completely your own card. You're getting 128 elements here in total, thinking of you and Merry Christmas there, as well as other sentiments. Is working out at 9p an element, 9p an element. You've got the matching cards as well. Let me just change that for you. It's a bit bright, isn't it? But there you've got nice things like with love and congratulations. 8 designs, 2 packs of each, and you can cover up the sentiments if you want. There's no rules or anything here. Absolutely no rules. 883737, your item number. An amazing saving, £23 off, making them just £12 plus delivery to order now on the phone or the web. Our next sunrise special for you is some die cuts and lovely elements and toppers here for you. We've unpacked them so you can get a good old look as well. So you've got your sort of little, they could be anything, you know, biscuits or rings or just decorations and slices of lemons and limes and a sort of faux stitch there. You've got, again, quite tropical themes going on here with your birds. Over here you've got your sort of little, potentially like fairy doors or just a decoration. You've got a doodle squiggle, 86 elements in this whole pack. And they're even embossed or faux embossed with this lovely sort of shine to them as well. And then a stitch line as well here. So if you're into your card craft, you want to add a border to something, a little bit of a feature to something, these are perfect for that. You can snip into them and make your own little toppers as well. There's no reason why those little butterflies can't be individually on a tag. At the moment, it's just a nice little chain. But remember, this is really important actually, I forgot to say it a lot. These are only available for this hour. These deals are sunrise specials for this hour only. So yeah, the early bird does catch the crafting opportunity, and the crafting opportunity is like another equivalent. 692714, your item number here. A saving of £10 and 1p, making them just £9.98 today for all 86 elements and toppers and things that you're getting. Think what you can do with them, like cards, tags, different designs that you're doing. Think of the crafting opportunities. Okay, craft opportunities. Sorry. So you've got your laser cuts here as well in your craft board. These are pre-punched as well, so they're tag designs. You've got your cactus there, you've got your key, get a bit of gilding wax on that, you've got your butterfly, you've got your cat outline there, your cat silhouette, and then you've got your other more classic tags here. With 3mm holes, and you've got your different 2-inch tags ranging from the curved to the sort of archway, and then your sort of curved inwards top and your oval. This one here, slightly bigger designs. You've got your triangle, your diamond, your tag, your oval tag, your heart and your star. And then here you've got the same designs as we've just seen, but bigger. Just to compare cactuses, you can see there, that was the first cactus we saw. This is the second cactus. just to see your different themes. If you want to start painting on these or colouring on them, looks like maybe Charlie's had a little go at one of these, maybe. I don't know, Leonie. But you can see one of those is finished off with a bit of paint. You can throw sort of wet mediums at these, glitters, paints. That's the whole point. They're beautifully laser cut to get the outline, but the actual substrate itself, you know, they won't necessarily buckle very easily. They will if you want them to, and you can sort of bend and shape them. But they are easy to take your medias and wet medias properly. Big saving on this, £18 off, making them just £11.99 plus delivery this morning. 250541. Our next sunrise special, only available for this hour, is our Fiskars scissors. Busy on this as well, so if you're going for your universal scissors, the larger or the smaller, they're 17 centimetre and your 24 centimetre. And if you are you know, cutting fabric, you want your particular fabric scissors, don't you, just for that. Just for that job. There's nothing to stop you using these for your different crafting needs, though. Nothing at all. You are looking at going through thick material or multiple different layers of material, and they are food contact safe as well. And high quality stainless steel. So if you are cutting different materials, whether it's fabric, whether it's mount board or card or anything, they'll be good quality indeed, food grade safe. £16.80 plus delivery. They are an extended delivery, you'll notice. Normally £35 for the pair, but today 511695 is your item number to order straight away. 17-inch and 24 centimetres rather. Approaching 20% of the stock gone on our scissors. Very, very busy on those. And our other sunrise specials, they are only available for this hour, so you've got to get them before 8 o'clock to be in there with your opportunity to get you saving. Then we've got our fabric just over here. This is a lovely, it's like a brushed cotton. It's a lovely soft cotton, so it's the weight of a half Panama, okay. With your striped canvas here, it's the weight of a half Panama. That's why it's called canvas, but it's not the roughness of that. It's a very, very good price indeed. We predicted it would be busy. It is busy on this. 2 meters worth. 2 meters worth. Of your lovely heavyweight cotton here, £9.98 to get 2 meters. It's a great deal. Do you want to see what 2 meters looks like as well? Yeah, there we go. That is your big striped canvas. I mean, it's got nearly 10% gone as well. I wonder what 100% gone would look like, because that's nearly 10% gone on the stock, but 100% stock just gone, completely gone. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right, Ben. You do it. Go on. You do it. We really could be here all day, couldn't we? Oh dear. Do you want to see my Jude Law impression as well? I'll do my Jude Law. Hang on a minute. Here you go. Hello, welcome to Good Morning Hochanda. Here, well, what do we got? We got a few sunrise specials for you. There we go. You have to have seen the movie The Holiday to get that reference. So, right then. Ah, the japery we get up to here, eh? Yes. Good morning to you. Get your sunrise specials. They're only available between now and 8 AM. So it is Good Morning Hochanda. Thank you so much for watching our show.
First, Matt.
Special toothpaste. You can have some if you like, yeah. Because you saw me cleaning my teeth earlier, didn't you? And she thinks there's something in the toothpaste. So I think it's the water. Actually.
It could be.
We're on at 8 o'clock, aren't we?
We are. Yes,
8
very
AM this
exciting.
morning. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until our show. It's a Festival of Japan, of course, that you'll be seeing on this morning at 8 o'clock. And you've just got back from Japan.
Yes, I got back about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So I hit the ground running.
How was it? How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah. I've got to say hello to all my ladies who came with me because they. Yeah. Hopefully they had a lovely time, but I did as well.
So I know, because it's a working trip, isn't it?
It is, but I mean, what a place to work.
Oh yeah. I agree.
If you're going to be working, you might as well be working in Japan.
Definitely. I mean, just some of the stories that you come back with as well. Not those stories. But it's the things that you bring back with you as well are actual, authentic Japanese, and we're looking at the threads and the fabrics.
Yeah, I spend my time shopping. I mean, again, what's not to love?
But it's work, though. It is
work. It's work. Tell my husband it's really hard work, Matt.
It's really hard work. It's really hard work.
Yeah.
And of course, with the sashiko stitch, it's one of the things that I always take away with me from our shows. This lovely. Just explain the stitch and what we'll be seeing today.
Sashiko again is a stitch that is. It's not a running stitch. Everybody says it's a running stitch, but the stitch ratio is different. And I have brought with me I've got a 150-year-old jacket to show you how borrow, which is what we're going to do this morning, this is called borrow.
Yeah, the borrow bag. There's two options that we'll see.
And this is using old kimono. So this is traditional Kyoto kimono, and the quality is amazing. Yeah. And it's just showing people what you can do with nothing.
Yeah, you're making it's more than some of its parts, isn't it? You're taking, because we'll get, I think it's 6 or 8 pieces, isn't it, in the set?
It's 5 pieces, the threads and everything to make the bag. Yeah. But once you've got that technique, you can do anything with it. And it is nice to use the traditional, authentic fabrics rather than using modern fabrics. It's just a bit nicer.
But this is the connection that we have with you, of course, the fabrics and the threads that you bring back with you from Japan. We know that we're getting the real thing.
Yeah, I do like to stick to that.
It's such an authenticity to your product. And the sashiko as well, it adds such a lovely... It's tactile.
It's a new dimension, isn't it?
Yeah. It's raised. It's that like little... Did you say there were like rice seeds to me once?
Yeah,
I didn't just dream that.
No, grain of rice stitch. That's sometimes what it's called. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, it was months ago. When
it was a long time ago. So it's just adding an extra dimension to anything you've got. So the word in Japanese is motainai, which means remake, reuse, relove.
Motainai means all of that.
It means all of that. So it just means whatever you've got, you can make it into something beautiful. Okay. It's like the lotus flower.
Yes.
You know the lotus flower? People in Japan revere the lotus. Yeah. The reason is it can grow in an inch of mud and still produce something beautiful. Oh, well, so it doesn't matter where you come from, you can still...
Oh, that's a good motto, actually. For
so that's why they use the lotus on the Buddha statues and everything.
Right. Oh my gosh, we always learn so much.
I like to teach people things.
Yeah, it's good to learn, to grow, to spread our wings as well, to see something new. So the sashiko, what will we be seeing then, demonstration?
I want to show you exactly how to put borrow together. So the technique of layering it all up, the stitches, some sashiko stitching. But I want to show you just basic bag making as well with this one. Okay. To give you an idea as to how to put it together. Okay. And the borrow, B-O-R-O, if you want to spell it, borrow, is this. And again, not only is the sashiko stitching adding dimension, but all of the layers are just, you could almost look through that as a shapes. I think the Japanese have a way of using colours that we would sit together and think, that's not going to work. Yeah. Once they're together, it's amazing how everything will work together. I love the borrow bag. I absolutely love it. It's like one of those like art installations where you might have like panels or canvases hanging and they're all like you walk past or through it. And that's probably my second favourite thing to do in Japanese stitching. I'm not surprised. Because you don't need any skills. You don't need to be able to sew. You don't need to be able to match. You don't need to be able to cut straight lines, which is wonderful. So you can hear the relief of everybody watching the show thinking, yes, finally. Because I'm not a sewer, I'm not a tailor. I do hand sewing to my standard, and I love it. I'm not in it to to be exact or perfect.
Yeah.
I'm in it to enjoy it.
And to
That's
spread the
the
word
whole-
as
yeah,
well,
that's the
which
whole
is
point.
what we'll do at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can't wait for our show. Okay, so 8 a.m. this morning, Festival of Japan. You can shop ahead as well on the website if you want to go and have a cheeky look. Hochanda.com to go onto the website. Thank you so much for taking the
Pleasure.
time to pop in.
See you soon.
As well. And we'll look forward to the sushi later.
Oh, yes.
Yummy yummers.
Might be a queue outside.
There will be a queue, I'll tell you that now. So yeah, do stay tuned. We've got plenty more to come on our show, including our deal of the day. Get your hands on it as soon as you can. Here it is, the deal of the day, and it is of course your Sizzix sidekick, and the starter kit comes with your foam tape and also your adhesive sheets. Now, usual price for all of this would be $52.97 to order. However, your deal of the day price makes it $36.97, and you'll be saving £16 when you get that deal of the day. 467-321 to order now on your deal of the day. Only launched at 7 a.m. this morning, but already a very, very popular offer indeed. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. This is our Good Morning Hochanda show. We've got the aprons for sale if you want to grab hold of an apron. If you're into mixed media, messy crafting or cooking, sugar paste and sugar craft and cooking craft, then you can grab hold of your apron for $19.99 plus delivery. It is fair trade cotton, 100% fair trade cotton. You can adjust it as well on the neck, and it just ties in at the back, and it's I won't say embossed, embroidered with your. Is it quite slimming as well? I hope it is, because I've been quite naughty lately, but it hides a multitude of sins under here, which is good. And then you've got your pocket at the front if you want to keep a small kangaroo in there. You can. No, it's not for kangaroo. No, it's not for a small kangaroo. But yeah, you've got your pocket in the front. You can sort of go, hey, I'm crafting here. I've got stuff in my pocket. Look, some card. You can even fit. No, you can't really. Well, you can actually. It's a nice deep pocket, but we won't go there. So we have many offers on, not just our apron, not just our lovely mugs for $6.99, but our stamps also. Yes, we've got the Tim Holtz sidekick there as well. Have a look for that on the web. But we've got our 3 clear sets of stamps here. I'm really busy with this. Do you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Covering the hobbies like fishing, you've got your Wild West here, and you've got a show horses set that could just be general horses. In general, you've got your lovely little horse just taking a rest, and your different designs there. Approaching 20% of the stock gone. 20% of the stock available has gone already, and you can see on a card there, on an easel card, how your sport horses might be coming together in a design. You've then got, you could use that horse set with the next Wild West set, because they'd have that crossover. You've got your nice sort of Wild West hat as well, your big, what are they? It's like a 10-gallon hat, isn't it? Is that what they call them? Your sheriff's badge and your lasso. I think, do you reckon you could have quite a lot of fun with that wanted stamp? For $9.99 for the whole set. Now, bear in mind you get the whole set anyway, but that wanted stamp down there, I think you could have a lot of fun with that. You could put somebody's picture in that. Family members, children, grandchildren, that sort of thing. And we are saving £13.10 on this. And really good quality from Joy, of course. You've got your Joy Crafts coming from the Netherlands. We've seen Joy Crafts before, represented here on the show. Joe as well, Joe Channon comes in to demonstrate a lot of the time with Joy Crafts. I know Leonie has stamped with Joy Crafts before, and Joe Austin as well. A few months back, it's been a few months since Joe came in. But yeah, we've seen some lovely demonstrations with Joy Crafts, of course. So you've got your 3 sets here. They're all clear stamps, and you're getting them. Your item number is 178396, and it's something you have to get used to in shopping TV, where everything's got an item number. When I'm walking around at home, I give things item numbers, just especially when I'm on my own, just to make myself feel, ironically, at home. So I might be walking past the shoe cabinet and I'm like, yep, there's the shoe cabinet, holds up to 30 pairs of shoes, including a couple of pairs of boots. Item number 124568. I'll be using that later on. There's the DVD player, well, PlayStation 3. Item number 111000. Quite a cool item number, that. You can get that on FlexiBuy if you want. And that's just me walking around at home on my own. On my own. Sometimes I stop in the mirror. Yeah, and try and get myself to become a Freedom member, and then I realise I already am. So you've got your cardstock here. Sorry you had to see that, Pete. Sorry, Pete witnessed that. You've got your cardstock here. It's ice gold. Ice gold. Is there any other kind of gold? Ice gold. It's Ice Ice Baby. We won't sing it because we have to pay performing rights then. You've got your 210 GSM or grams per square metre, 100 sheets of lovely cardstock there. Lovely ice gold cardstock that, you'd think, with a coating or something, sometimes on pearlescent card, it can be a bit resistant, a bit shiny. But this is actually really good cardstock. It'll die cut really well. It scores really well because we've tried it before here. And it's working out at 14p a sheet. That's with your blending inks. And this one here is with your, I think it looks like it's been dry brushed with like a metallic paint as well. Yeah, you've got your cardstock there. It's £14.40 with a £15.60 saving. It's only that price until the end of the hour. So 8 a.m. In 22 minutes. Check out if your basket before that runs out and before the time runs out. 22 minutes time, it's going to be going back up in price. Then we've got our envelopes and card blanks here. Well, they're not card blanks. They've got sentiments on them already. Things like Happy Anniversary, Merry Christmas. 8 designs with 2 of each. And you're getting your 128 elements here. 883737 is your item number, and they come individually cello wrapped in those packs. You've got things like Thinking of You, you've got Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy Anniversary, all those sentiments. But you know what? I know this sounds awful, but cover them up if you want. Yeah, you could take that as a card blank. You've got the matching envelopes, and if you want to just mat and layer over the top of it, or die cut it out, use it on something else, and then of course you can mat and layer on top of it still. You can cut yourself an aperture, which is always a good word, that aperture. 883737 to order, and you are saving £23. Boom. Then you've got your embellishments. These are die-cut embellishments now. Really busy on this. We are not surprised. Over 40% of the stock gone on it already. You've got your toppers. It's £9.98 for 86 elements here. So if it was 100, that'd be like 9p an element or something. So it's working out probably around about 11p an element or something. Is it 11? Oh my gosh. Maths to rival Dave Bradford finally, because he's very good at working things out. So £9.98 plus delivery to order, and there is all of the elements that you're getting. You're getting all these strips that you can cut into as well, all these different printed strips there that are going to finish off a card beautifully. For example, I'll show you one of my favourites. You could just snip into your butterflies. You could get into crafting straight away with something like this. You don't need a die cutter. You don't need an embossing machine yet. You could just start a friend off with this pack, easy. A little bit of glue and away you go. 692714 is your item number. This is another very, very, very popular item indeed. You're getting your tags and substrates here in the grey board or mount board. You can, of course, paint over these. You can gesso over them, start using them as a blank canvas. But they are £11.99 for your grey board. It says pre-punched because you've got your holes in them, 3mm holes in these, 4mm holes in the larger ones with your stars. 3mm holes in these ones here with your key, with your butterfly, with your cactus. Can't beat a cactus. The larger cactus there. And then the smaller hearts, stars and tags. As you can see from that mini design there, it's been beautifully painted and started off. This is your grey board. It's a good saving, £18 off, but only for this hour. Sunrise specials are only down in price for the hour that they're available. Hope you're having a fun morning, as much fun as we're having. It's 41 minutes into our live show now, which gives you another 20 minutes or so. Sold out? Really? Okay, all right then. Never throw scissors in a live studio. Just never throw scissors generally. Yeah. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. That's how Fiskars scissors they've gone, which means that's useless. Don't worry. There you go. I won't do that. We've still got the Mill Shop fabric, but it is very, very popular. Okay, so I don't know how much longer it's going to hang around here. If you are going for this, you know it's £9.98 plus delivery to order it. It is 54 inches wide, and you're getting 2 metres worth. Over half the stock gone on your lovely canvas. It's a heavyweight canvas, so it's like a half Panama sort of weight here. If you're using it as a backdrop to something, if you're making a blind or something, if you're making lots of cushion covers or seat covers, it's perfect. Do you mind me unwrapping it again, Ben? Is that okay? Ben's our floor manager. He says, no, don't worry. Oh, no, don't unwrap it. Or no, don't. What? Was that? No, now you're nodding and smiling. What? No, he says I can do what I want. Okay. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. It's the freedom. There it is. 2 metres worth. 2 metres worth of fabric for £9.98. So you're getting a lot of fabric. A lot of fabric there. So if you are upcycling a dining set or something, you know, seat covers, maybe, or it's a giant deck chair, you've got the potential there. Have a look at the web for all of your Sunrise deals. On there you'll see our scissors, but they've sold out. But you'll get all of the other Sunrise specials on there. And you can do your shopping on there too, on Hochanda.com. You can buy absolutely everything. You can watch live in HD, you can do your shopping, you can also get a ticket for the Creative Craft Show coming up the 28th to the 30th of June. That's at the NEC in Birmingham. And the one-day special is on today at 9 AM. So Pete is here with a full 1 hour and 15 minutes spare before the 9 AM Monday special. Thank you for coming in so early.
It's a pleasure, not at all. Always a pleasure.
Was it a fun show last night?
It was a fun show.
Yeah,
it's
good.
always a fun show.
Good.
It's always a fun show at Hochanda. Physics equals fun.
Oh,
you see, it's
Pete.
Basic maths, you know.
Basic maths. I like the equation. I like that. It's always good to see you, Pete. So, what can we look forward to seeing at 9 o'clock then? Please tell me something still there, because it's a journaling show.
We are talking about journaling.
Okay.
We have 2 wonderful journal dies. They are the big dies, so we're talking about cutting really heavyweight materials, personalising. It's all about personalisation, of course, with die cutting. So it's making it your style, whether you're into mixed media or clean and fresh. Now, the dies that come with it, you'll probably see either side there. We've got the sentiments and the flowers. Now, these are really fresh and contemporary, but it's not just about the journals. We've got a lot of samples which are based around cards and so on and so forth. So I think there's something for everybody.
Good. And also, after a very busy show, I do worry that things are not in stock or going too quickly, but we're okay. We've got the
We've had a couple of sellouts, and I think we've got one which is pretty close. So if you're after some of those lovely dies like the Tiny Nature and stuff like that, it's get them in your baskets soon. But could I say you're really rocking the apron look?
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you.
No problem,
Rocking it. I don't think I can. Can I model it again? Shall I? Okay. All right. Then let's go for this. It's quite forgiving because I've got a bit of extra weight behind, but it's a
never noticed.
A loose-fitting apron covers a multitude of sins, as we said. There is a pocket, but I don't want to put my hands in the pocket too often this morning because I don't know how it looks. But yeah, does it look like I've got tiny legs under there?
Do you think I could get one for the 9 AM show? Is there one hanging in?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. You can have this one, cowboy.
Fantastic.
Okay. £19.99 plus delivery to order your apron. Now, this is your embroidered finish as well, and it is fully adjustable also. So, Pete, you said Hochanda plus Sizzix equals fun.
Yes.
But I'm saying Hochanda plus Sizzix plus journaling usually equals it's not available anymore. So it's good to know a couple of sellouts, but we can still get the one-day special.
That's right.
Wow.
As if by magic. Check it out. Yeah, no, absolutely. But, you know, it's not just about journaling either. You know, there could be, could be diaries. We'll fix that later. It could... I feel good now.
I love it.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. Come on, get yours. There's just been a surge of orders in the apron. A surge of orders.
I've never modelled anything in my life before. But, yeah, I mean, it could be... we're talking about diaries, we're talking about notebooks, we're talking about personalisation and making it your style. That's what it's all about.
I mean, look at these. They're so cool. The they're two very different samples. I'll grab them both first. But look, yeah, I mean, this is Sizzix actually through and through. The lifestyle brand, the bright colours that you can see here, just wonderful. And you don't need to be a journaler or you need an textbook or anything. It's
not
notepads.
At all. Not at all. And I think that's something I'm very keen to say. You know, if you've heard of the journaling trend, but it's not really your thing, then don't be put off by that, because you can make it whatever you want. That's a little photo album. Eventually, I'm going to fill that with photos. Yeah. But you know,
it notes for before you go and while you go, and then it becomes your photo album afterwards.
Could be a shopping list. It could be. Now this is something more for, well, should we say masculine? We like to be gender neutral, but you know, if you're into your grunge, you're into your mixed media. We did that on the launch show last night. It's so quick and easy, but it's so very effective. But again, it's grey board or matte board or mount board, and this die, it actually die cuts the cover and it makes those lovely creases in the side.
So you've got your creases, yeah.
That's right. It's a scoreboard die, yeah.
Because I've got one of the other Sizzix journaling dies.
Right. Okay.
One of the other big ones.
Yeah.
And it just depends what you want it for, what size you want to cut, and your particular needs. This is a brilliant one for multi-purpose. It's not going to limit you, like you just said. You're not looking at, oh, you can just make this, you can just make that. You're making a book cover, and that book could be anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's giving you the freedom.
That's your bigs, and then just, if I was watching at home, I'd think, hang on, are these bigs or whatever? They are the thin metal dies that you mentioned earlier. Yep. They're the florals, and then the sentiments as well. So good size on those, actually, aren't they?
They are nice, aren't they? They're a lovely size, yeah. We've done some gorgeous cards, and I think we're going to start with a demo using some of those sentiment dies and some of our flowers as well. So that should be fun.
All right then, so we should be using it all, not just in your journaling, not just in your bookmaking or planning making.
Absolutely not.
You can use these on your cards also.
Yep. Keeping the style nice and fresh and summery as well. That's something. I know summer's on the way. It is on the way. Trust me. It is. It's on the way. I saw it over the horizon. But that's what I want to convey. It's really fresh and summery and bright and contemporary. That's the look we're going for with this.
Good stuff. So 9 o'clock this morning, Pete. We shall look forward to it. Lunchtime at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
And also 5 p.m. for the final
5 p.m.
call.
I'll be there.
You know, stock permitting and everything else like that. So we shall see.
Okay.
Pete, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
In this morning.
Anytime. Not a problem.
Lovely.
No problem.
Right, so we'll tidy up. We'll let you get back to the studio. But have a look at the website. It's hochanda.com for everything. There you go. Thank you, mate. On the website, you'll see all of the different items here. You've got your dies that are part of the one-day special. You've got your other items that are also going to be in the show. A couple of sellouts that have already happened. But no worries. You can still get the main one-day special. And your main options are still there. So you have not completely missed out. All this coming up on the show at 9 o'clock this morning, and that's on hochanda.com for you now. All your extras, your big shot as well. There, your Sizzix fold-away machine is your fold-away big shot. And then your potential to join Freedom and then save money on your delivery. Actually, I've just realised the deal of the day is Sizzix based as well. So, Pete, do stay with us actually to chat about this. Don't let me send you away so soon.
I was off out the door.
Get out. Get out of here. Get out of my pub. Anyway, it's a studio. So the deal of the day is the Sidekick.
That's right.
You might. We want your opinion on this actually, because it's just an ace little machine.
Well, I was actually there at the launch. This was the first roller machine on the market, believe it or not. When you think of the revolution that the die-cutting roller machines have brought in, this was the very first one. And it made such a splash. And from this came the Big Shot.
You're right.
Because people loved the way that it cut. It's a more efficient way of cutting the roller system. And this was the one. This was the one that launched 1,000 ships. As they.
Oh my gosh! So my Big Shot at home.
That's right. This is the Big Shot's little brother.
Thanks to the Sidekick.
Yep.
So we wouldn't have the Big Shot without the Sidekick.
Absolutely not. No. But it's a super machine. I mean, it's all about portability, and it's all about fun with this.
Yeah.
So if you already have a Big Shot, it's a great companion. Hence the name Sidekick.
Yeah.
You know, you can pull it out to make some little die cuts or some little embossing as well. But it's a great fun machine. It's something to take to crops. It's a very social machine. Take it around a friend's house. Maybe crack open a bottle of dandelion and burdock and sit around the table and make some cards or something. I don't know.
Anyone
cream soda.
Anyone doubting that you don't know how to live, knows You're the man. So you've got your other bits and bobs with it as well. So you've got your sidekick next to your big shot.
Yeah.
Or it's a social machine. You said it's a social machine.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a nice one if you want to craft in the main room with the rest of the family.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
They're on a lap tray with you.
Sometimes you don't want to get everything out. You just want to do a few quick little cuts or few quick little cuts. It's an ideal machine for that, but it does come as a starter kit. What we're seeing here is there are stamps, there's an embossing folder, there are dies as well. So you are getting a lot in that kit. And of course we've got our sticky sheets and our tape as well. So it's all there for you. So maybe you haven't been bitten by the die cutting bug yet. Maybe you're wondering what it's all about, but you're worried about making that initial investment. This is a great place to start. And a lot of people actually started. I'm sure a lot of your viewers will say, that was the first machine I got.
I bet.
All those years back.
I bet people will be saying this. If this was your first machine, let us know. studio@hochanda.com, or pop something on Facebook as well. If you can find the deal of the day or the comments for Good Morning Hochanda, pop on maybe a photo or a comment about how your sidekick has been your sidekick, how it's looked after you over the years, because that always helps other people make the decision to get one. And I don't need to add anything. I've got all the plates that I'm going to need.
All
here.
the plates are there, yeah, so you can switch between embossing and cutting. There are a lot of dies, sets brought out specifically with the sidekick in mind, so they're in a smaller format. But remember, just because it's narrow doesn't mean it's not long, so you can use some of those longer dies as well. So the majority, I would have
even
thought,
a quilling die, for example, like a long, like,
why not?
through potentially.
Yeah. It's all about the length of the plates, of course. You know, you can only go to the length of the plates, but very, very, very versatile.
Yeah, I see that.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, you'd be looking at the length of the plate for what you're cutting today,
Yep.
but your width there, designed specifically with the width of these dies to be going through. You've got your 2 embossing folders, you've got your stamps, you've got the whole set of the adhesive sheets, as well as your instructions that are kind of going to come with it, and your foam tape roll as well. All in the bundle for £52.97 on any normal day, but today this is your deal of the day, so you're saving £16 off it. And 467321 is your item number to order now. It's a very, very busy option. Your deal of the day is available technically until 7 a.m. tomorrow, but that is stock dependent. A deal of the day, if it sells out, it sells out. So definitely get in there early doors. On the website with everything else, and Pete, thank you so much for coming in today to help chat to us. A couple of other things we want to mention to you and remind you about are on the show. Your embellishment set, for example, here. If you've already got your embellishments, brilliant, brilliant stuff. But if not, this is how to do it. Join in with your item number 692714. That's 86 elements there that you've got, £9.98 plus delivery. Nearly 2/3 of the stock is gone now on your embellishment kit there. So do order early doors. The mill shop fabric as well, that's been another popular one. The canvas, this is heavyweight canvas now. This is 2 metres worth. 2 metres worth of canvas, and it is 54 inches wide. £14 off means not only is it a cracking product, but you've got a great price on it. 70% of the stock is gone. 403783. Remember, these deals are only available for this hour, so it's worth phoning in earlier. Also, we've got the embellishments, the fabric that we've already seen, and then just after that we've got the stamps from Joy Crafts. These are the Wild West stamps on the left. That wanted stamp is just brilliant, and you can also see that sheriff's badge. Stamp that in clear ink and emboss it in silver or gold. Is that 20% of the stock gone on this as well? So it's another big deal. £9.99 plus delivery. Extended delivery because they're coming from the Netherlands, but you're getting that as a £10 deal. Order your stamps, order your sidekick, order any of those sunrise specials in this hour. The thing is, time is going. It's nearly 8 o'clock. So those sunrise specials, they expire at 8 a.m. this morning. We've also got the mug. It's £6.99, including delivery if you're a Freedom member, and that's plus delivery if not. You asked for it, and we've got it here for you. Good morning, Hochanda, on both sides there for you. It's a snug fit. It's a snug fit there, just to mock up. That's what it's going to look like when you're drinking your coffee or your tea in the morning. So yeah, a nice mug is a great gift and something that you could drink your tea or coffee along to the show with. So order that. You've got your apron as well. $19.99 plus delivery. It is what's the word again? Yeah, fair trade cotton, 100% fair trade cotton, and it's been embroidered with the logo as well. Do stay tuned. We have so much more on the way. We're going into our main studio. This is like a side studio, a bit like a sidekick. We're going to go back into the main studio for the rest of our shows today. So please do stay with us. Plenty more on the way, including Festival of Japan. Thank you so much for watching already this morning. Yes, so we are doing sashiko stitching with Festival of Japan coming up next. You've got Sizzix, who are on day special. We're going to be journaling, and also Dolly Dimples is coming up in 2 hours.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators, all from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are very excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
The quirky and unique design of the Hobbytech tape dispenser will revolutionise the way you use tape. Quick and easy to use with a non-slip base, perfect for quick wrapping, gift wrapping and quick sticking, you'll be able to wrap, cut and stick with one hand. To add this to your order, go to Hochanda.com.
Hochanda will be supporting Stamporama, an incredible art stamp and papercraft show, and we would like to invite you to come along and meet us on Sunday the 7th of July. Set in the grandstand at Newbury Racecourse, Stamporama brings together the UK's most dedicated and gifted craft experts, all available to inspire you with their knowledge and expertise. Tickets are available from Hochanda in advance for only £2.50, or alternatively on the door for £3. So, what are you waiting for? Treat yourself to a fantastic, crafty day out. Order your tickets today from Hochanda.com.
For the next hour, and it's just so refreshing to see you, Jill, and see what you bring with you as well. It's so different to anything else.
It is a bit.
Yeah, it's
certainly off
brilliant.
centre.
Well, it always means that we're so busy when we see you as well, because it is that thirst, that hunger for something so creative and different. But just give us a bit of your background as well, and Festival of Japan's background.
I started off as a florist,
Okay.
with family business, and then went on to do cleaning,
Yeah.
which was great because I like to work on my own. I like to be on my own terms.
Yeah.
I don't like working with 4 people. I'm not good at working 4 people.
Yeah.
And then I started working at Ask Hall, where we live in Richmond, which is a big Georgian hall.
Yeah.
Started doing tours there, which got the bug for teaching people things.
Yeah.
Then I went on to do Teaching City and Guilds. Used to teach fabric classes, paper classes,
Yeah.
and I started to paint, and I did a lot of silk painting, a different style. You know me, it would be a different style to everybody else's.
Yeah.
And that went really well, and everybody would say, well, how many times have you been to Japan? Because it was all Japanese-based work, and I had to say, sorry, I haven't actually been yet.
Yeah.
So managed to get to Japan, and as soon as I got off the aeroplane, I just loved it.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
it.
fell in love with the whole
And
thing.
when was that as well?
20 years ago.
If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So since then, it's
Man
been
and boy.
It's an absolute love affair.
I just love it.
then-
Absolutely love everything about it.
Yeah, everything. I mean, the architecture, the culture, the
fabric,
people, the fabric.
everything. Except food.
Yeah.
I don't like rice and noodles.
Oh, okay.
I know. So.
But you're making us
I'm
sushi.
making you sushi at
Yeah,
lunchtime. Yeah,
today.
but that's
Okay, all right. Pack your own oven chips. Yeah, I guess. So, of course, Jill, what you bring us as well is a real feast of well, the culture that we've already talked about. And with Festival of Japan, what are you trying to achieve with the
What I want
company?
to show people is the real McCoy. I want you to see Japanese fabrics. I want you to feel and smell Japanese fabrics. It is a different beast altogether. The fabrics that we use here are all recycled. So I spend hours searching them out, hours taking them apart. I do take the threads out, but I can't take all the threads out, otherwise they'd be seriously expensive. So when people buy my fabric, it does have the odd thread in it. It will have a little mark on it somewhere. I try
Brilliant,
not to.
because it reminds us
But
of
it's original.
where it's been.
It's original fabric.
Yeah.
And the quality is amazing. And I think I like to show people how the Japanese can put colours together that we would never put together.
Interesting.
But it works.
Yeah, really interesting. And the bag that we're going to be making, well, we've got an example of this style, haven't we? Because
have.
you'll be giving us either or in the colour options, like an orange or blue option. The style of the bag
Well, this is the
going
bag
to be
from
this.
the next show.
Okay.
Reason being, I've just written a book for the Guild of Master Craftsmen, and it's been launched next month or the month after, and they haven't forwarded me my samples back yet.
Okay.
And they have the samples. So this is the same style of bag, and I'm going to explain how it's made.
Same style,
it's
but
a
with
really
this
easy
fabric.
bag.
Okay.
I don't like things that are complicated because, like I said before, I'm not a sewer. I do basic stuff, but I enjoy what I do.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, that sort of opens up the world to any of us watching, because we think, well, we want to work with the fabric, we want to have fun with the fabric, we want to enjoy what you bring us, but we don't necessarily have that.
Don't be scared of it. This is all silk as well. All of this fabric here.
It's really nice feel
This
to
fabric's
it.
amazing that we're going to do in the next show.
Yeah, you can see just so you've got the different lining and the outer fabric as well. So you can imagine that with the two kits then, that we're getting the orange, and this is the wonderful book that we're looking at, the oranges and the blues option on your bag kit. And then the name of the bag is interesting as well. Tell us about that. It's the Borrow.
It's Borrow.
B-O-R-O. Borrow.
Borrow actually means recycling.
Right.
So originally, I've got a lovely jacket. It's about 150 years old, to show you that it starts off as one jacket, and because you don't have much money, you don't have money to buy fabric, you would patch the fabric, patch the jacket. Eventually what happens, and my favourite saying is triggers brush. You know, Trigger on Honeyfields and Horses?
Yes, yeah.
Where it starts off with the brush.
Yeah,
and
we all get
how
that
long have you had
reference.
it? You know, he's 15 handles and 25 heads. It's the same with a borrowed jacket. It's the same jacket, but over the years it's 100 variations of the jacket.
Brilliant.
And it's just old recycling, which is what we had to do because they couldn't afford the fabrics.
Yeah, and that's born into now this style. Then we're thankful to that.
It's great bringing it all back.
Yeah, it's excellent. And then you've got the orange option in front of us here. Already 10% of the stock's gone. We haven't even seen it demonstrated yet. We haven't gone through with our demo yet. However, a lot of fans have bought that already. So 10% of the stock's gone on the orange option. You get your main fabric, the lining fabric here. And
you get a handle stiffener.
Okay.
Which I'll explain why that's good.
Okay,
and
Jill.
you also get some thread that isn't on here. It's my fault again. I've forgotten to bring it.
Don't worry.
Because you know how dippy I am.
Yeah.
So you get 20 metres of white thread on there as well.
Short.
to do your sashiko stitching.
And the
because it is
sashiko,
part of sashiko stitching as well.
Can I hold this up to show
of
an
course you can.
example of what sashiko is then, please, Jill? But just explain then what we're seeing here with this, like a seeded finish.
Sashiko was originally used for this purpose, was to join things together in a fast manner. And it's only when the needles got better and the threads got better that the ladies started to do their designs and patterns. But this is what it was for. It was actually to patchwork fabric together.
So a very functional thing,
So it's
quick.
Absolutely.
Get it all
in, it's out, and it's finished.
Yeah.
If you were getting married, part of your dowry was you had to know how to do boro and sashiko. Because that was what you needed to work in a family. This is for farmers and fishermen and, you know, working families. You had to be able to do this because during the winter the men were out in the farms and the fields, and the ladies were inside preparing the fabrics for the rest of the year.
The repair work and getting everything ready.
And not only one person would wear the jacket, the whole family would wear the jacket or the bedding.
Yeah, love this. Love the sort of things we learn as well from Jill. And Jill, you do tours out to Japan. That's what you were there doing.
Just come back,
Yeah. 6, 7 weeks, you say?
Well, I had 2 weeks holiday.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit of work. Well, quite a lot of work.
5 weeks work and 2 weeks holiday.
It's a good ratio. I like it.
But lots of shopping.
But shopping on our behalf, you know, the things that you're coming back with. It's all part of the fun, and that hopefully comes across in the show as well today. So stay tuned. $33.99 it is today for your Boro bag kit, and we're using, you know, lovely kimono fabrics here. Original, and I know Jill already said this, but just to make it really clear, these are original vintage Japanese kimono fabrics that you're getting that have been upcycled, recycled, and they're coming together in something new, personal to you. It's this lovely, really nice theme
I
that we're seeing.
spend a lot of time choosing colours. I don't just obviously go for the first thing that I see. I really, because I've been doing it so long, I know the quality and I know how long it's going to last, and it's just, and as I say, some of this it's all vintage, so it will have the odd spot on it. It will have the odd extra bit of thread in it. But
good, loads of stories then for it.
It's you know, it's old and it's vintage, and it's just a joy to deal with.
So what have we got here then?
Well, this is just a Boro pack that we do a lot at the shows. People don't just do Boro work with it. You can patchwork it into anything. You can make purses out of it. Some of the pieces are big enough to, you know, stitch into anything. So they're good sized pieces. So they're not going to be silly bits that you can't work with. Yeah,
because this is a representative example, isn't it, today, of what we might get.
And again, these are going to be assorted. Because from one kimono, I can only get a certain number of pieces. I tend not to get things on the roll if I don't have to.
But that's lovely though. So we're seeing an example here. It's a lucky dip. We might get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll get an assortment of fabric, but this will be the amount that we get today that you're getting. And then I love that. For example, I mean, I don't want to get too specific because again we'll reiterate that it's an assortment, but I love that print here.
I know, it's nice, isn't it? This is actually a liner, kimono liner.
Okay.
They had a law called the sumptuary laws, and the court decided that nobody could wear bright colours on the outside, so they made them wear blues, browns, blacks.
Wow.
So what they did was they put it on the inside. Same as Savile Row suits.
Right.
Have the pink on the inside. Harking back to the sumptuary laws. So you can't see it, but you know it's there.
Or the back of a waistcoat or something. You only see it when you take off your.
So a lot of the time the liners are more spectacular than the actual kimono on the outside. So this liner was in this fabric.
Oh, with that, because you know, because you've dismantled that, so you've taken it out. So it was that on the outside. So your story of but then that is still beautiful on the outside. So it's not,
that's what
you know, a drab brown or a navy.
But if you opened your jacket, you would know you had that beautiful fabric on the inside.
Oh, isn't that lovely? I wonder where that kimono's been, what it's seen.
Oh, they've seen
the discussions, the secrets it's had to keep, maybe. Some stories.
The hardest thing with kimono is that they're always stained on the collar.
Right.
Because Japanese ladies obviously don't eat very carefully, and they're always stained on the left side.
Right.
Because the kimono is always worn left side over.
Okay. So it's wrapped over, so the
left side is outside.
So this side would come in, and the left side would go over.
The man's way of
so when you're eating,
So when you're buying your own kimono, that's what you should always check, the left-hand collar.
Right.
Sometimes people are a bit sneaky and they'll put the left-hand collar under the right-hand collar.
Maybe, okay.
So you need to know what you're looking for.
That's interesting. I bought a Vauxhall Astra once, and it was scraped underneath the front bumper.
You see.
Always just check under the bumper. So, Unbelievable. So you've got your lovely fabric here, nearly 20% of the stock gone. Check your kimono is the advice there from Jill. 599708. This fabric will be beautiful. What you've got in your kit will be absolutely beautiful. Recycled, upcycled, rescued, vintage, genuine vintage. I love it. And I know you do too, because we're always busy when we see Jill. And you'll get that set in an assortment. And then the sashiko stitching that we've already seen, this is the thread.
That's the thread that
get.
we use. Yeah, it's very specific thread, sashiko thread.
Yeah.
I always say that a lot of people tell other people that you can just use embroidery thread. You can, but you're not going to get sashiko stitching.
Yeah.
Sashiko thread has 8 strands.
8, okay.
So it's meant to be a lumpy thread, and it gets better with age.
Yeah, okay.
So it opens and opens.
I'll grab the, which is why we're looking at that.
So
I'll grab.
it gets nicer and nicer.
So you say the 8 and it opens up. I like.
Yeah.
So yes, we can understand that.
Embroidery thread will stay flat, but if you look at sashiko thread here, for example, it starts to split open, and then it feels loved and lived in.
Yeah.
It's just a nicer feel, and it's very textural.
There.
So you get a really good texture to it, and that's not bad. People worry sometimes that it's doing that. That's exactly what it's supposed to do.
No, everything about it is.
It's creating strength when it's doing that.
Got you.
It's making it stronger.
So you got all the colours here as well in the assortment.
Yeah, you get no, that was just I just stuck it.
Oh, just to be there.
You get one extra thread as well, one assorted thread in that pack.
All right, Jill. We've got some nice colours in here. You've got your sort of tans and browns. You've got your some more multi-colours there with your oranges and purples and reds. Beautiful shades of pink with a white, bright white, and then your. In fact, bright white's something we'd never normally have, isn't it? Isn't that something else I remember?
Yeah, we normally have cream, but there's so many people over the last 6 months said, I know it's supposed to be cream, but I'd like white.
Could have white. Okay.
So we now put white in there.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Make people happy.
Yeah, because natural white was always a bit more natural.
Well, you wouldn't have had the purple, so so we're just coming on with the times, really.
Yeah, move along, I guess. Yeah,
but that's what people are wanting, so that's what we're doing now.
For the 21st century, yeah. 16.49 it is, and you're getting one bonus pack there of thread, and there's 20 metres on each one, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 120. Is that 2,
yeah, because there's another pack going in there.
Oh, there's another one, is there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 2, 12, yeah. Okay. All right, so 919622 is your item number to order, and it's 16.49 for your thread pack. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com. For this, you'll see different threads on there. You'll also see your starter kit for the sashiko. So to get started on sashiko, it's so easy, so easy. The hand stitch, it's such a peaceful thing. You'll see the guidance as well when we get the starter kit, and we'll chat about it with Jill. You'll see what we mean about the guiding. The way it's been printed makes it really, really easy to start and to get into, of course. You've got your thread packs as well, so you are not wanting for anything, quite literally. So, Jill, this is what it's all been about, the recent trip to Japan, the shopping spree that you've been on. What do you want to show us? Then?
Right, first thing I want to show you is this little pad that's next to you. There, this one, yeah.
This one,
so
yeah.
if you just pass me that.
Yeah, go for it.
This is every school child is given one of these by their parents because school children in Japan clean their own classrooms. Okay. So you have a cloth, and can you see the stitching?
Yeah.
It's just big sashiko stitching. So this is called boro. This is still boro. Okay. Because it's joined together and it's patched.
Okay.
So that is your cleaning cloth. And if you have got cloths at home, I do this with tea towels.
You do?
Stitch them together and you get a really good strong cloth for cleaning.
Okay.
And then you can see on this one, they've actually patched it here, but they've actually used small stitching. So rather than waste that piece of fabric, they've actually added a small piece of fabric to it. Yeah. Apparently, when fabric was so expensive, they would actually swap rice for fabric.
Right.
Because rice was more, you know...
If you had more
you
of
had
it
more
around,
rice, but you didn't have fabric.
Yeah.
So you'd actually swap rice for fabric.
Okay.
That's how important fabric was.
Okay.
So that's why it's not thrown away, it's reused.
Yeah, that does put it into context, doesn't it? Because, I mean, rice, obviously, it's food. You're not going to... Food comes first. Food, clothing, shelter.
I think it was especially when sort of people started to get into Japan, like the Portuguese.
Yeah.
And they would bring fabric, and fabric to them was just, it was throwaway. It was pointless.
Yeah.
So that's when they would start bartering for their fabrics against their food.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really important.
It's lovely. It's not just
really
designing,
important thing.
it's all functional.
What I want to show people is how to actually start with borrow.
Okay.
So this is what we're aiming for, this one here. Okay, and you see how those colours work really nicely together now. Before they looked a bit odd, but now they actually look really good together.
Yeah.
So just pop that to the side for 1 minute. This is how the fabric arrives. So you've got all these different colours. So we're going to do this one here. So this is all, I spend a lot of time ironing.
Yeah.
A lot of time ironing bits of fabric. And people never know how to cut things up. So if you say to somebody, cut it up randomly, they panic. They can do straight lines, but you say random, this is when they panic.
Then
so,
what?
So what we're going to do is just take your nice big pair of scissors, put all of the layers together. So you've got 5 layers together, and this saves time. And this is the scary bit. You're just going to cut out.
It is a bit scary, isn't it?
It's
But
very
I
scary.
see, you've got to take the leap though.
You do. So then we're going to fold it over there, perhaps.
Oh, that's interesting. That helps you choose your lines, and to fold it over.
So we're looking for different shapes.
Yeah.
So we'll have some.
And if you fold it over where you were before, that will force the issue
so
and make
it
it a different length and width.
It just takes the stress out of thinking about shapes.
Yeah.
Because when you did borrow originally, you couldn't think about shape. You had what you had.
You're right. The one that you just showed us there, the patch, the hole was a certain size,
exactly.
and the bit of fabric you have is a certain size as
So
well.
we'll just continue until we've got everything chopped up. So that's obviously going to be a small one, isn't it? So we'll cut that one to
But
there.
then that's going to leave quite a nice, interesting bit then on the next piece. So once you've started with your random shapes, you're sort of being forced down a little road here anyway, so it's okay, it's not too stressful.
No, and if you cut the wrong shape, who cares? It's not the end of the world. It's for fun. It's to enjoy yourself. And then I think we'll have that one there.
If you're tuning in for the very first time, you've never seen Jill before, you've never seen Sasha go before, there are some starter kits which we haven't shown you yet, but don't worry, just carry on watching Jill for now. But there will be some. Well, you can start with this, to be honest, the borrow bag.
This is a great way to start with sashiko, because you don't even have to be as precise as you do with some of the other sashiko. This is just adding texture onto something else.
Yeah.
So we then take the size of the backing that we want to make the bag from. So in the kit, some of them have 1 long piece and some of them have 2 half pieces. Works exactly the same, you just do half and half or the whole thing. And then all we need to do now is you start layering down your fabrics. You can't go wrong, there's nothing you can do that's wrong with this. If you don't like the pattern you've made, you take it off and you start again. Nothing is set in stone. So, and don't forget, a lot of the fabrics have 2 sides. So you've got a green and a blue. So the reverse is actually as nice sometimes.
Yeah, make a choice. Make that choice, of course. Just to help you on your different buying options as well, there's a set at the bottom of the screen at the moment where you get your 5 assorted pieces of genuine Japanese kimono fabric. You get 2 bonus pieces of fabric as well for $11.99. There is an option to just get the 5 without the bonus pieces. Because they're bonus, they really are bonus. You're not paying for them. So there's a version of getting the 5 for $11.99, and there's a version to get the 5 plus the bonuses for $11.99.
I'd go for that one.
Obviously, that's the one to go for. Just to say that, because a couple of people have sort of mistakenly maybe gone for the one where they're getting 5 pieces, missing out on the bonus pieces.
Well, you think that's cheaper for me if they don't get the bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, Jill, but it's not. It's not in the long run. It's not as.
No, I've got some lovely fabrics this time.
Yeah.
My whole house is covered in fluff at the moment from taking these kimono apart.
Okay.
So can you see, all that we're doing is we're just layering and layering and layering. Japanese colours all tend to go together. It doesn't matter what you put into them, they will go together.
Yeah.
They sometimes refer to it as being like a wild garden. So whatever colours you've got in your garden will match.
I like that idea, like the wild garden that just whatever's growing grows.
There will look well together.
Yeah. Not sure what Monty Don would say about it.
Oh, Monty Don's just been to Japan, hasn't he?
Oh, has he?
He has.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed that. Obviously, what was he doing there? Is it
He was
a
doing the
documentary?
gardens.
Oh, was he? Oh, gardens.
Typical. Leopard doesn't change his spots.
No, he was doing the gardens.
Monty Don into a kitchen.
It's lovely for like me and my husband when we watch programmes like that. It's like, been there.
Yeah, isn't
Been
that
there.
nice? We do that watching Shakespeare and Hathaway on the iPlayer.
Oh, I love that.
They film that where we live, you see, in Stratford-on-Avon.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
So, can you see how easy that is?
Yeah, just love it. And quite peaceful as well.
Yeah.
You're just like literally just
layer
going,
it down. All I'm trying to do is cover up all of the background.
Yeah.
And I've got one little bit there that I need to cover up. If you feel that you want to have one colour more predominant, then just check. I don't know if I like that one there. I'll do that one.
Nicely broken up, and it's just
That's
works,
how
isn't it?
easy it is, and the colours
Just
are fabulous together.
Ties together, yeah.
And we've still got all of this left.
Whoa, still left over. Okay, so
it
for
looks
another
like
project.
you don't get a lot in there, but you do. You get a lot.
No, you get plenty. The
So-
style of the bag we're making, by the way, is
Yeah,
this.
it's just
this
a
is
simple
borrow
tote bag.
Different fabrics, but
Yeah.
that's the style. Just a
Again,
tote.
it's a bag that
Yeah.
everybody can make. There's no fancy corners in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the base and everything in a minute.
There you go, just a regular base.
That's the shibori fabric from the next show. So
Okay.
that's spectacular.
Come
fabric.
this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jill. Okay.
So this is
12 o'clock, is it?
12 o'clock.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. This noon. 12 noon.
So this is what it's like when it's put together.
Okay.
So nobody's going to get the same bag because every bit's going to be different. What we're going to do then, I'm just going to pop that one on top of that so everybody can see it. So we're just going to pin down the fabrics. Some people like to add a little bit of a glue stick just to hold the fabrics down. I'm a little bit scared of that because sometimes your needle doesn't go through very well. There is one type of Pritt stick.
Don't worry.
That
don't,
one.
No, don't worry.
There's one type
Yeah,
of stick that
Nothing wrong
one
with
does
that,
work better.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't clog your needle up.
Okay.
But you don't really need to do that.
Yeah.
Once you've actually got it to that stage, so you see how easy that is. I mean, your fabric's nearly prepared. Then what we do is we go onto the sewing machine and you're just going to put some stitches really randomly. Again, you don't have to be straight with this. It's not about perfection.
Yeah.
It's about holding your fabric together. So we're just going to put down some stitches all the way down. Any colour you want.
Okay.
Whatever's on my machine
Yeah.
is
you
what
just
goes
go-
on there.
Just go with it. Straight stitch, whatever. Yeah.
And that's your fabric ready to play with.
Yeah. Nice.
Then you can start to add swirls, you can start to add straight lines.
Lovely. The
You can go
journey that you
across.
go on.
We're not looking to catch in every edge, that's really important.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not
so you
looking...
will end up with the.
Yeah, it's threads. It's
Yeah.
giving it texture.
Yeah.
So some people would try and fold all of the edges over and neatly, put them in. You don't. If you want to do that, that's
It's
absolutely
fine.
great.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
do that,
yeah.
but you don't need to with this.
Yeah.
The whole point is it is textural, and you feel how thick that fabric's getting now.
Yeah, because you've got like multiple layers in
Yeah.
some places. You've got
So it's
you know,
quilting,
6,
basically.
maybe 4 at least,
Yeah.
maybe 1, 2. Yeah, the crossover, maybe 3 or 4 layers of fabric.
Yeah, and then we've got the sashiko stitching on top. So if you were working in the fields or the farms, this is what you would be looking for.
Yeah.
You've got layers, so you've got warmth.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
Of
it's making
course.
it warmer and
The
warmer.
more layers you've got, the more air that gets straight. Yeah, of course. That's lovely. Jill, thank you so much. Thank you. We can just let you have a little think about our next stage for a minute. But we've got some patterns on the show as well with Jill. Lots of people are going for the patterns, actually. Thank you so much for your interest today with Festival of Japan. You get a pack of 16 in their A3 patterns that you're working with today. $10.99 plus delivery, 019131. Over a quarter of the stock's gone on these. And it's quite interesting. We haven't even mentioned them. We're only showing you them now, so it shows how popular they are. But the thing is, with Jill, this is what we talked about. It doesn't have to just be a straight line. Work with curves, swirls, angles, patterns. And the patterns here are giving you that ability to have a play. So that's one of the options on the website, hochanda.com. When you log on and have a look on this show. Also, the starter kit. Now, this is an interesting one because I'm going to ask Jill the real answer to this question when I see her again. But I think you can pretty much start anywhere with sashiko. It's one of those that anybody should be able to do it in Japan in history. So any of us should be able to do it now. But the starter kit is good because it gives you the tools that you need to get started. So the thread, the needle threader, and also the actual sort of backing fabric, handily with the patterns printed on it that you can follow. It's really good. And you've got 2 options there. on your Sashiko starter kit, 042182. So do order away on that one, and you've got your starter kit, your place to begin. Having said that, because Sashiko is an accessible craft literally to everybody, and you should be historically in Japan, you could start with the borrow bag. This could be your starter kit. And in here, you are getting original kimono fabric, Kyoto kimono fabric, to make your borrow bag, and recycled, antique. So, you know, you might find the occasional mark or story, something remaining from years gone by, or a remaining piece of thread or something where perhaps, of course, Jill has upcycled and taken it apart and unpicked the stitches and things. So you're getting real quality here and real stories, genuine, the real thing. This is your orange option now. These are all silks. These are all beautiful silks that you're getting, and the prints on them are just so stunning. You get the handle stiffener as well. That piece of what looks like ribbon is to go inside your handles to give them a bit of structure. That's the orange option today, 313713. Your blue option, of course, is very beautiful. You've got the navies coming to the fore here. You've got this wonderfully complex print here with what looks like, I mean, my eye is seeing all sorts of things in here, like lakes and mountains and trees and all sorts in that particular print. You get your handle structure stiffness as well, but then in this print here, you wouldn't necessarily straight away put maybe that fabric with this fabric. But as you saw from Jill's lovely demonstration, it works. You know, once you get the colours and things layered, they start to work and all pull together. And the whole point is, it is a patchwork. It's a mishmash and a patchwork and a coming together. And they're more than just the bits of fabric that they started out as, these borrow bags. They come together and make something even more. 313713 to order, and that's the blue option that you're looking at the moment. You get the full kit, you get the thread as well, and you'll get the pattern and the instructions to make your bag. This is an example of the bag using a different fabric that will be featured later on at midday with Jill, but that is an example of the style of bag you will be making. Nice and simple tote bag, nice sort of rectangular base, cute, isn't it? And you've got the handles as well, quite long, nice long functional handles there also. Just check it out. Oh, it's more of a square base actually. I said a rectangle, but I'd say it's more like a base. Very functional. Functional gets the job done. A bit like me, really, or not. Yeah, order away on your oranges or your blues. The fabric pack is so busy, which is brilliant to know. 60% of a big healthy stock is gone already. We're only halfway through the show, but 60% of your fabric pack is gone. This is the option that you want to go for, actually. The very, very important item number, 599708. And the reason why I'm drawing your attention to that item number there for this description here is that you get your 2 bonus prints with this also. So there is an option to get 5 pieces of fabric for the same price, but you get 2 bonus printed pieces of fabric. And good to know that the people that did put it in their basket before have now changed their mind and put this one in, because you get the bonus prints with this one. So $11.99 plus delivery to order 599708. It's going extremely quickly, extremely quickly. And the wonderful story that Jill told us earlier, that this is a lining for, very quickly before we get too specific on designs, this is an assortment of fabric that you might get. So it's a representative example. Because this is real vintage kimono fabric, not everybody is going to get exactly the same. This isn't coming off a roll. This isn't mass manufactured. This isn't coming off a container ship. This is literally from Jill's suitcases, yeah, back from Japan. So 599708 is an assortment of fabrics that you'll get, an example of fabric. And this is a lining from a kimono. And that was the fabric that the kimono was made out of on the outside. But that was the lining on the inside by an order of the court to say that you couldn't wear bright colours on the outside. What a shame! But at least you get round it by having a nice bright lining there, like a legal loophole. Loopholes are good, aren't they? So 599708 to order, 70% of the stock is gone on this bundle now. It literally is flying. So definitely order it now. Something else that's been busy is your threads, and half the stock on the threads have gone. These are Sashiko threads, so not regular embroidery threads. Sashiko threads are different. You've got your 8 strands in them, and you get 1 bonus strand of thread as well, or 1 bonus set of thread. $16.49 to get all of them in. It's 919-622 to order now for your very special Sashiko thread. Now, everything else is on the web. And that's Hochanda.com to get all your different goodies, including your starter kit. Just took a little sip of... actually, it's a bit early for... Yeah, it's water. So...
if it's not, you should be sharing.
Fire water. So, no, it's water. So, yeah, Jill, we just gave you a bit of a moment there to get ready for your next bit. What did you want to show?
I just wanted to then start showing people the easiest way to start putting your threads into here. So all I've done on here, I've just used my little Japanese ruler and a chalk pen. Yeah. You can use a chalk pen, or you can use anything that makes a mark that will come off. And I've just put on here, I've just put some lines on, and as you can see, this is just where we start stitching. Okay. But don't think you have to stitch all the way along. You can stitch bits of it. What I've also done here is I've started to do circles and swirls. So sashiko is not just a straight line, as you said before. It's curved lines, it's any lines you want to make it. And you can put as much or as little on that as you want. Yeah. This actually looks amazing framed up in a frame as well, this stuff here.
Yeah,
and
artwork,
there's quite a few people actually sell this as artwork now.
I'm not surprised,
because there's a lot of work goes into it. So people look at it and they go, oh, it's just a few bits of fabric stitched together, but it's the history of the fabric, it's the stitching and the thought you put into doing it. Yeah. So you can stitch birds onto it, you can stitch flowers onto it, don't just think of straight lines and curves. Anything you want. Butterfly themed or anything. You can embellish it, so don't just stop there. Go as far as you want to go with it.
Just thinking, I've got some templates at home. We've got templates, dies and stencils and things. So use those.
Absolutely. Use it as a base to print over the top of. Right. Put your metallics on it. Just use it as a piece of...
It's your not blank canvas,
it's your canvas at the back and work over the top of it. So don't just think of it as, I don't want to make another handbag, because, you might not want another handbag. Have you got plenty of handbags?
No, we've got quite a few bags at home. I've got handbags and I'm coming out of my ears.
So you can just, you can just do anything you want with it. I'm a bit of a handbag collector.
Are you really?
If you ask my ladies who come on tour with me, the daily question at the end of the day is, how many handbags have you bought today then? It's quite a few.
Well, it's got to be done.
Yeah, and you don't always just have to use these 2 colours. And you were absolutely right what you remembered about the cream thread.
Yeah.
Some people are now liking the white because they feel it's brighter.
The pure whites stand out. So just to compare, that's a more off-white sort of original colour, and then you compare the bright white. But that's natural. This is not a natural, that in terms
of
bleached,
colour.
Intensified white. Right.
But you don't have to use plain colours. Look at all the lovely colours we've got. So you can put as many colours as you want to onto there.
So you've got colour on colour as well,
And you can layer it up. It's like I say, you can bead into it. So it's as much as you want to do. The hardest thing for my students when I used to teach was getting them to stop.
Right, really.
Starting's fine, but getting them to stop. I used to, especially with painting and fabrics like this, you used to have to take it off them eventually. And say, look, just,
Stop. Know when to stop.
Just stop.
That's good advice.
Yeah. So you can't go too far with it, but you need to be working on your next project as well.
Right, yeah, exactly. You can't just have one project and that's it,
So once you've got all your stitching in, it's a really simple bag to make, this one. Like I say, I'm not a sewer. I like simple things. If I have to put a curve into things, then I panic a little bit. Okay. So my sewing machine does the first 2 stitches. Yeah, straight and slightly bigger straight.
And that's it.
That's all it does. Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
If that's all you need.
So I just want to explain about how to make the actual bag, and I do apologise for not having the borrow bag,
No,
But
don't
it's
apologise.
exactly the same shape
Don't
as
apologise.
this one.
It's exactly the same design. So yeah, the borrow is the different fabrics that you've got on offer today, the orange and the navy. That's the design of the bag that we're going to be making and showing you. And just again, I love this style of Jill's. Keep it simple. Just enjoy. Keep it simple. So grab the bag kit either in orange or blue, and your item number is 313713. Also, the assorted fabrics, limited stock on these, and it's not like we can say. We last called 70%, but now it's limited stock, so it's gone up to 90% gone. It's not like we can say, oh, I'll tell you what, let's print some more or roll some more off the big roll.
No.
This is it, isn't it?
I've got
Jill, at the
some
moment,
on its way over, but that could be 3 months before it gets here.
Yeah,
so I have to work with.
This is what we've got now.
Yeah.
is
I
what
think
we've
that's
got.
the reason people like coming to my stand when we do the shows, because it's never the same stuff twice.
Yeah,
so you
it
can't
always-
come back and say, can I have that piece of fabric? Because
Yeah.
chances are that's gone.
It's like,
a
what's
long
Jill
time
got
ago.
today? Do you know what's technically sold out already as well? So I'm glad I managed to give you the warning that it was limited. They're technically sold out means it's all in baskets at the moment. So assuming everybody checks out of their basket, it's completely sold out. 1 or 2 people might decide not to check out for whatever reason, and then 1 or 2 might therefore bounce back. So keep checking, but technically sold out.
What I want to show people is just, again, it's simple bag making. The bag we've got there, it's got quite a square base on it, if you look at the bottom. It's
let's
quite a
spot that.
big base on it. So the base is dictated by this size that we're doing here. So this is just the piece of fabric that we've stitched 3 sides.
Yeah.
So it's stitched all the way around, so it's a pocket.
Yeah.
So this is the liner, and then the main fabric is cut exactly the same. So whatever square you choose,
Okay.
just have to be a square.
Yeah.
The base will be twice as big as this square.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, a base is going to be this big, and this base is going to be this big.
Okay.
So this square dictates the size of your base. So you can make it square, you can make it very narrow, you can change the shape completely. And there's 2 really quick ways to do this. So this is the traditional way to do it, by cutting out this square here. Another point to make is you always line the end on the stitching line, not on the end of your fabric, because this may not be exactly the same on both sides.
Yeah.
So rather than putting it here, it's not a square now.
Yeah.
It has to be onto the line
yeah,
of your
yeah.
fabric. Yeah. Don't unpin that before you cut it though, Jill.
No.
'Cause and then we're
Finished
going
the
to
job,
cut
you
this
just moved
one
it to
out.
show us, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you got it back in the right place. but
Yeah.
okay.
Near enough. It's my motto in life.
Near enough.
Near enough.
Near enough is good enough. Yeah.
So, with this square cut out here, if you put your hand in here and you take this corner and this corner and open it, and you pin down there, that's how easy it is to make a base on a bag. So, there's...
Had a question actually, a perfect time to ask you this, Jill, with, from Sandra, saying I don't have a sewing machine at the moment, so is it possible to make the bag?
Oh no,
without-
absolutely by hand. So
You can.
it's straight stitches, it's up and
Yeah.
down, it's just a normal stitch.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine.
So, okay, Sandra, thank you very much for that question. 'cause
no
a
problem.
few
I
other
do
people
try
might be
to
asking.
do a lot of things where you don't have to have a sewing machine.
Yeah.
Because not everybody has a sewing. Or if you're at the caravan or you're in the
Yeah.
back of the car, you haven't got a sewing
Yeah,
machine.
it's portable, keep it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see the size of the base on this bag now? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if we do this side, just for reference. So you choose before you start the size of your bag. You can start small, and then if
Yeah.
it's not big enough, just
Oh, you make it,
a
you
bit
just
bigger.
keep chopping into it then, yeah?
Yeah.
So go upwards from that, that's a good idea.
Do a template on a cheap piece of fabric.
Yeah.
And then you have the different sizes of bases. So again, you just open it up, take each point there, pin it together there. Like so. The first day I made a handbag on my own, because my mother-in-law always used to make the handbags for the stand.
Yeah.
And the first day I made, I think she was on a cruise somewhere in the Med, and I actually phoned her up and said, I've made a handbag. And I sent her the photograph of the handbag that I'd made. She was
it
so
that
impressed.
proud moment? Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, she taught me how
So
to
she-
make
I was gonna
Yorkshire
say she-
puddings, and she taught me how to make chocolate cake, and yeah. So when she taught me Yorkshire puddings and chocolate cake, that's all we had for about 6 weeks.
That's a good lifestyle.
Yeah, not
I
bad.
like that.
So can you see the
wouldn't recommend
size?
that life. Yeah, obviously, you ate other things at the same time.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, they did have chocolate cake every day. They were sick of it by the end of it, and I've never cooked a chocolate cake since.
You never really?
No, can't be doing. No.
Never do.
So can you see the size there? It's a smaller base, and that one.
Yeah,
a bigger
great
base.
to see. Yeah.
So that tip is great. You can do any size bag with it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So that's
just
a really
chop into
easy
it.
way to do
So
it.
when you come to make that at home now or another time, what you'll do is balance it up. You'll get the smaller side, chop into it, and make it.
Unless you want to be
you'll match it
really
up. Really quirky.
off, and you have different size bases. But I couldn't live with that. No, that would kill me.
No.
So, and the other way to do it, which is the way that the Japanese do it, which is just as good. It's no different in time-wise.
Yeah.
So you've stitched all the way around again. This is, if you're doing a liner, please remember to leave the gap for turning through.
Yeah, of course, right size.
Yeah, the number of times I have to unpick because I've just
You're not the only one.
happily gone all the way around.
Yeah.
So make sure you leave your space. What I do
Few
now is I
inches.
put cross pins all the way across it, so it reminds
to say
me.
do not sew here.
Or a piece of tape or something to stop you doing it.
And with Sandra's question, you just be doing that by hand. It might take you a little bit longer, but it's fine. You can,
And it's straight stitching, so there's no hassle. So with this method, you go to the middle of the bag. You know, you've got like a corner of a duvet.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have that one on that side, and then you've got the other corner of the duvet on this side. If you actually fold, that's a little bit of fabric origami. If you actually fold it like that to make a point, you should have a square there. Make sure the seams go in the same direction.
So
That's
you've got your
quite
fold line
important.
there, yeah.
If you now draw a line across there, I'm just going to do it in felt tip pen because it's easier.
Doesn't matter, it's on the inside, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you do that line across there, like that, and you stitch along that line, and so we're pretending now it's being stitched.
That's been stitched when you're snipping it.
And then you're cutting underneath it. All you need to do to get the other on the same size now is turn it
Oh,
over.
you're matching. Yeah. It's like
Exactly.
symmetrical, just match it
and
up.
that is easier to stitch across because it's already in place for you.
Yeah, and then
Whereas
when
the other one you have to manipulate it into place.
Understood.
This one's already there.
Understood.
So just make sure your seams go in the same direction all the way around. And again, that's a perfect sugar base.
And you're just deciding yourself on whether that's going to be a square, rectangle, or
Yeah.
whatever. It just depends how far you cut down
This
there.
one here, you can actually make it more of like a bucket-shaped bag as well.
Okay.
By
I'll let you
making
show.
a square base, and if you pull the sides out and you put a little stitch there and there, it turns into a bucket shape rather than a square shape. So you can change the.
Yeah, so have a play with stuff.
play
But the
with
point is, it's massively simple. Like you're just keeping
how
it
easy
simple.
is
doing
that?
it.
You
Yeah.
can't get any easier than
Yeah,
that.
it's just a really easy, simple tote bag. But this is the thing. This is the unique thing with Festival of Japan. You're making it with absolutely unique, vintage, one of a kind, because you're not going to get another pack like it with your vintage kimono fabric, Kyoto kimono fabric, direct from Japan. And like Jill, you said, you've got a little bit more coming, but not for months potentially
No,
that
not
we're going to
for a
see
long
it.
time
So
now.
congratulations if you've already got your set of fabrics. The bag kits are still available and all good. Have a look for everything else on the website, including our deal of the day, actually. This is a bit left field for fabric crafters today, but we want you to know about it. If you're into your card craft, into your die cutting, or you want to let a friend know about this, this is your sidekick, the first ever roller-based die cutter and embosser with rollers, the first ever one. It was a real game changer, this, hearing from Pete Hughes earlier. 467321 to order it, with £16 off for your deal of the day. On the website as well, on hochanda.com, you'll see everything with, of course, Jill with Festival of Japan. You've got your threads, you've got your starter kit, you've got your main bag kits as well, and you did have your fabric kit. You did have that, but it is already sold out, unfortunately, with your main fabric. Your threads, however, nearly 70% of the stock is gone on the threads. They're wonderful colours. as Jill was at pains to point out, you're not just working with one colour. It's not just an off-white or white. You're mixing things up. It's not just a straight line, but you're going in curves, in angles and patterns. So your threads are going to add a bit more to that. And you might be thinking, like I thought, before I met Jill, oh, threads, okay, sashiko threads. Embroidery threads. They're not. They're specialised sashiko threads which have 8 strands in them, a lovely, lovely silky smooth feel, but also they separate out eventually. An embroidery thread's not necessarily designed to do this, but these separate out like little beads, like grains of rice, where you get that spread and fray to get the texture and additional. Look, there you go. Just all separating out there with age, like getting better with age. If only that was true, eh, people? 919622 is your item number. It is true with your sashiko thread. I just wish it was true with me getting better with age. No, I need to sit down. 919622 is your item number for your threads. We've also got the borrow bag, which we'll zip to in a minute, but there's a quick picture of the threads so that you can see your colours that you'll be getting hold of today. They're very bright colours, they're very, very different colours. The borrow bag, now